Hello knitters, welcome to my channel, Rena Knits. Today we're going to learn how to cast on. There are 3 different methods that are very common to cast on. You choose which one you think is right for you. I've listed the pros and cons for each of them after each method that I've shown. So have fun casting on stitches so you could start those wonderful projects. There are 3 different ways of casting on. The first method, all 3 of those methods use this slip stitch knot. So we would first put the slip stitch. So the first method is simply using your finger to put the stitches in. So you would basically keep doing it this way. And you would add in the amount of stitches that you need for your project. So you would wrap the yarn around your finger, slip it through, and then pull. So this is the first method. Now, the con on this method, the negative aspect of this method is when you are knitting, what you have to worry about is this extra yarn that keeps coming through. So it's near the end that you have to pull it out. So as you can see, as I keep stitching, as I keep knitting, this keeps getting bigger. Now if you don't do that, then this portion becomes very uneven if you don't pull, and it becomes very loopy. So you want to make sure that you keep pulling. So what you do to fix this is by just extending this out, so you'll have a longer tail at the end, but you'll prevent the loops and uneven first row. So this is method number 1. If you like what you see, definitely don't forget to click on that like button so that I will know the type of videos you like watching. And don't forget to hit that subscribe and that alert button so that you'll be aware of when new videos are posted to this channel. Method number 2, you would do the same thing. Add in your slip stitch knot. But here you would start knitting. So you would knit, but instead you would put this through and then take this needle out. Knit, put this through, take this needle out. So you would keep doing this. And this way you're going to add the number of stitches that you need. And this way you'll have a straight through. You will have the number of stitches you need. So this is method number 2. Method number 3 is also called a long tail cast on, and in this case you would need to know the amount of yarn you need ahead of time. So you would need to know the number of stitches you need and therefore the amount of yarn you need. So one way to start this off is by just wrapping. So let's say you need 20 stitches. So you would wrap your yarn 20 times around your needle. So you would kind of like make stitches So this is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15. So here are my 20 stitches. So this is where I would make sure I keep my finger. So this is roughly how much yarn you would need. But I'm going to give myself an extra 4 inches or so, just to be on the safe side that I didn't miscalculate, or if my knitting style is not loose. So I want to make sure I give myself some extra bit. So this is the point where I'm going to do my slip knot. And then what I'm going to do, so I would take my long tail and start knitting. So you would wrap the yarn around your thumb, put this through, pinch this, wrap around, and then that way. So again, pinch, wrap around, and through. Pinch, through. Pinch, through. Pinch, through. So you would keep doing this until you get the number of stitches that you calculated. And at the end you should have a little bit of a tail left, and that should be fine, and then you could just start knitting your project. So these are the 3 different ways of casting on the number of stitches that you need for any project. Which method is the best depends on what you feel most comfortable with, but I've listed the pros and cons for each of them, so it is up to you to determine which way you want to go about doing it. Don't forget to watch next week's video, where I'll be showing you how to create little decorations for fall, for Thanksgiving, as well as for Halloween. And until next week, be positive, relax, and knit away all those worries. Have a great week.